Hello there. In the last many years that I started my journey towards what now I know is awakening, I've done a lot of different modalities, learned a lot of different things, and with time I started to notice that my body wanted to move. I allowed it to move in the way that I was guided, and through this I started to notice that there were certain emotional hubs or stuckness in certain parts of my body, and when I would stretch that part and concentrate on that part, breathe into it, and allowing the space to relax it, then information started coming through as to what was stuck in there. And most every time it was a past event, a hurtful event, traumatic event that made me believe a certain way. And usually it was always, I was in a situation less than I would have liked to. It was ultimately, now I know, a victim mentality view of life. But nevertheless, those things got stuck into the body. And from that point on, I would think of life from that view. So as I started to work these out from my body, also that emotional charge was released, and with a more understanding eyes and mind, I was able to see the situation that it was simply an experience. It was happening for me to learn something from it, even though it was uncomfortable. But ultimately, I released these things. So my intention is to impart these tools to you. This is not the only way. This is just one way, the way that I do it. But this could be hopefully a useful tool for your tool belt for life. So I'm gonna show you how these information come to me and how I release pain from my body. Also, with pulling this into the body, it helped me get to know my body more, sense it more, be able to set limits. As I am an empath, I feel the world through my body. So first I had to establish who I was. What did I feel like when there was no other person in the room or even in the house? What is the energy of my body? And the energy of the spirit that is about arm's length all around me. Once I stabilize myself in that, then whenever I have an interaction with anybody and something that's not aligned or not pleasant happens, I can differentiate whether that comes from the other person or it was a trigger inside me that I need to work on. And when it comes from another person, I hold that space in compassion for their issues to release. Now, I'm not saying I am perfect at this all the time. I have emotions just like everybody, but I don't get stuck in them the way I used to. While it used to take me weeks to get through a certain situation that happened to me, now it takes minutes, and sometimes it's immediate that I can release its hold on me or recognize the trigger and release it. So let's get started. breath is a very important thing in this. The way I breathe. When I take in a breath, I take a breath through my nose and pull it fully into my body, down to my pelvic area, and also down to my toes. I hold it for a second, and in that space, I scan my body to see where I feel stress, discomfort, pain, any kind of stuckness. Then I breathe out through my mouth, carrying everything outside of me. These movements that I do, they just come to me in the moment, and I move as that information comes in for me. I take it that this is my body letting me know where it wants to pay attention, or what areas need paying attention to, what needs to be released, what needs to be stretched. And I have to say, I always feel really good after these exercises. So I'm bringing attention to my shoulders. And when I rotate my shoulders, I don't just rotate it as, okay, I'm rotating shoulders, but I am fully focusing on both shoulders as it extends away from my neck, putting focus on each part, either side. I kind of squeeze it, if you will, and then that way I can feel whether there's an imbalance. Oh, that feels good right now. Okay, let's go down towards the arms. And the arms too, I stretch it and I kind of squeeze it. You know when you hold your fist squeezing it? So I squeeze it outside of me and I feel all my muscles coming down on both sides, and then my lower arms into my wrist, my hand, and each finger. And right now, I feel that I'm going to stay in this area. I'm sure in the future I will do parts or videos where it addresses the full body, but right now I am called to stay with this area. And actually, I'm going to put in this microphone so as to have a better quality. Okay, let's come back to our hand. Feel your fingertips. At first, if you just want to feel the easiest, your middle finger. And as you breathe into it, you can feel your body expanding. You can feel the air next to it. And when you blow the air out, you can feel your skin pulling back. Also, right there, you feel your life force pulsating. For me, that's a very good feeling because I am recognizing my life force. It's right here. It's going through all over my body, but right here, I am feeling it through my fingers. Just this act brings me into the present moment. It is this easy to pull yourself into the now and into your body. Your body is rendering in the present moment at all times. This is your biggest, greatest tool to bring yourself to the present moment. When your mind is wandering into the past or into the future, just sensing your life force in your body brings you into the present moment. This is where I am most aligned, and I'm thinking everybody else too. And this is where the information can flow through uninterrupted. And interesting, because right now there's no pain, no problems. It's simply the feeling of gratitude and love for my body, for my embodiment. It's almost as if my spirit is saying thank you. Thank you for putting me out there, putting this information out there so others can hear it, receive it, and make use of it. You know, it took me years to finally sit down and make a video. And yes, it's quite obvious that there was a fear holding me back, a belief of being judged. Many of us are held back by that fear. We learned that in childhood. Being judged for not being correct, for not doing something perfectly, for my hair looking messy, for not having enough makeup on, for not being able to talk fluently. And now that I am at this point allowing for it to flow through, it's almost as if there is a thank you. And inside me, this wonderful kind of pizzazz of life, this excitement flowing through my inside, because I am now fully living my purpose. So yes, that was the information. That is the information that's coming through simply by feeling my life force through my fingers. I guess there's no pain today. So this is what I have for today. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys later, because I know I will keep making these videos. Have a great day.